Hey y'all, it's Anime Man. Today I'm going to be reading the 12th episode of Dororo. And this damn episode was just primetime Dororo. And let me explain why. This episode just shocked me with the amount of character development it was able to establish for multiple characters at once. Because for one, we had character development for Tahomaru. We had character development for Hakimaru's mother. We had a bit of character development for Hakimaru. We had character development for Dororo herself, all in the span of an episode. And that's what really amazed me about this episode. Because this episode was entertaining, and that was only with maybe like a minute of action sequences. So, gotta tip my invisible hat towards Studio Mappa. Because, for one, they finally properly set up the confrontation between Tahomaru and Hakimaru. Now they set up these two against each other for the rest of the series. Because yes, in the opening it showed these two fighting, and it shows Tahomaru only one eye. But this episode really made it tragic though. All the circumstances, because it was cool to see Tahomaru realistically ponder the situation, because I like how they have the information real to him, where he finds out that Daigo and Oku, Hakimaru's mother, well, it was mostly Daigo, pretty much sacrificed Hakimaru to the demons, and that's why the lands prospered. And I did like the situation where Tahomaru was thinking about how, yes, it was immoral, but then when he finally saw Hakimaru, he came to the conclusion that for the prosperity of the land and for his people, he has to kill Hakimaru. So in a way, I actually love that kind of shit, because the previous episodes established that Tahomaru cared about his people. Like in last week, Tahomaru was willing to like put his life on the line to make sure his two underlings, like his two main ones, weren't going to be harmed. And this episode was pretty much an extension of that, because thinking about it, while yes, Hakimaru isn't flesh and blood, we can't say Tahomaru is completely cold-blooded, because you gotta think about it. I think about it this way. He's known his people for a longer amount of time. With Hakimaru, he's only known this, literally his brother. He's only found out he has a brother for like maybe a few hours at best, maybe. So him coming to the decision of wanting to combat Hakimaru and try to kill him, if it was character with what it was established, and it doesn't make him feel like a sack of shit either. So props to the writing staff. Even though I do want my boy Hakimaru to win, Tahomaru's actions are realistic, so I like that. It shows the gray area of this anime where both sides, they're not wrong. And I love it. And I like how it showed Dororo's side too, where she constantly mentioned that Hakimaru's suffering is wrong and it isn't fair. And I love it too when you see her crying about the pain that Hakimaru has to go through. And I like how you see her get some character development too, when she's all like, well, yes, they are prospering. Dororo still wants to stick around with Hakimaru and help him out. And I love that too, that bit of character development. You see Dororo maturing mentally too, and all that. So I like that too. It makes her feel like a much more realistic character. I also love the character development they gave to Hakimaru's mother, where the mother Oku wanted to kill herself in order to reduce the suffering of Hakimaru, and you can see how it changed Hakimaru too, because he was startled when his mother pretty much was aiming to kill herself. And I don't know, I mean, the episode made it seem like she died, but it didn't show her dead body, so we'll probably wait until next week. Oh, damn it, I want to find out. But I gotta give the episode credit though. You gave her character development, because now, for once, she took a stand and she went through with it. Because in the first episode it showed that she didn't have that conviction, but in this episode she did. To at least try to pay for her sins somewhat by helping out her boy, Hakimaru. So I love that too. That was great character development. And for Hakimaru, obviously with him finding out all these revelations, this is also going to develop his character immensely. Because when he found out he actually had a mother, it was cool to see him actually smiling for a bit. It's such a shame though that I couldn't enjoy it for more than a few minutes. Damn it, I just want my boy Hakimaru to have a damn fucking happy ending. Damn it. But who knows, maybe he will have a happy ending, and that when the anime ends, there'll be a happy ending, and all this suffering is going to lead to like an Anything that's gonna make me cry tears of joy. Oh man, I can just imagine it. I'm just being fucking optimistic. Please, manga readers, do not spoil the manga ending. I want to find out when the anime ends, when, for sure. But yeah, just that. But and overall, though, that's why I thought it did immensely from the character development standpoint. And it gave more characterization for Daigo because, at the very least, now it actually showed the lands, Daigo's lands in like ruin, before he made like the pact with the demons, showing off the perspective as to why he made the sacrifice too, showing off again the gray area of Dororo, that things aren't so simple, and I love it too. So that's why I thought it did well from the character standpoint, so many great character moments, and from the story standpoint too, because now we have just justifications from Daigo's actions, even though they're not necessarily correct. At the very least, we have justifications. And we made a lot of plot progression because at least now Hakimaru found out origins about his family. Tahomaru lost an eye. And inevitably now Tahomaru is going to be set. He's going to be set to combat Hakimaru later in the future. So this anime also has that setup too. And now it puts the opening into context. At this point we've seen all the scenes, I think all the scenes from the opening. Hakimaru crying, Hakimaru and Mia. We've seen Dororo hung upside down, Tahomaru with the one eye, and Tahomaru fighting against Hakimaru. Now this episode pretty much puts it all into context. So that's what I thought it also did really, really well from a story standpoint. Obviously, in our animation, we're fucking amazing, I gotta say. Gotta give props to the episode for that. And taking all these factors into consideration, that's why I'm gonna rate this episode a 10 out of 10. It was honestly amazing. And it even made me feel an emotional beat, because normally when I see action scenes in animes, I'm usually entertained with cool choreographed fights. But in this episode, I wasn't entertained watching. I mean, I guess I was entertained watching the fight, but I was like emotionally discomforted because I wanted to, because part of me was thinking, man, if only Tahomaru and Hakimaru were able to get it off well. But you know what? That goes to show the quality of the writing for an anime to make me think that way. And that shows the beauty of this anime. Gotta say, 12 episodes in, this is by far, my goodness, in my, for sure, top 3 animes of this season. That's how amazing this anime has been. And I cannot wait to see the second half of the show. I am just impressed by this anime's exceptionalism. So anyways, guys and gals, these are my thoughts on the episode. Comment your thoughts in the comment section below. Rate the video, subscribe, and I'll see you guys later. Subscribe for more. Alright, thank you so much for watching, everyone. Bye-bye.